Hi everyone, this is Ann Klimmer and Stamper from StamperDog.com. I have to tell you that this card is my most pinned card of everything that I've ever done. It's all over Pinterest, but now we've got to update it, and I hope that I do it justice when we make it with the Stylin' Snowfolk set in the new catalog. We're going to start off with the window sheets. They come in 12 by 12, so you're going to want to cut them down to 8.5 by 5.5 and score it in the middle. Now, you really want to be careful with these. You don't want to have dirty hands. You don't want to have anything sharp on your table. You want to be very nice to them because they are not quite as forgiving as cardstock is. So just be mindful of that. You don't have to treat it really lightly like nylons. Oh golly, what are those? But make sure that you use a bone folder and give it a really nice good crease, because that's going to make a successful card. And don't go getting one of those cheap plastic things. That's not a bone folder. Ours are made from real bone and will last you forever. So now we're going to start off and making the belly of the snowman with a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and we're going to sponge him with Baja Breeze. You know, those sponge daubers are just perfect. They're really small, and you can just lightly go around the edge like I am, or else you can lay them down onto a piece of paper and then go backwards and get a little bit more of a defined edge. But I tend to be a light sponger. I guess I'm sponge challenged. So now we're going to get out some mini glue dots, and you know, you could use some mono adhesive. You could use snail. I don't know about snail because I use sticky strip on the original card. But you know, I think that the mini glue dots are really going to be the thing that we really should use. And once you see me put one on, well, you'll know how I put the rest of them on. I probably put 4 or 5 all the way around the edge, pretty much evenly. Now you're going to think I'm going to put this on the front of the card, but actually I'm going to put it on the inside of the card, because you want to have a finished card. You want this to look as if your snowman is floating in air, and the best way to do that is to have a finished inside. So now we're going to take some cherry cobbler ink and we're going to put some buttons on here. Now these are the buttons that come in the Stylin' Snowfolk stamp set, and I'm going to give you the number for that in a minute. And I try to get that all the way up to the edge, because really only one button's going to show unless you decide to put your card together a little bit differently. Oh, here we go with those little mini glue dots, and there's 4 or 5 on the back of this, and then I just lay it down and put it carefully on top of the original circle. So you want it to be layered just exactly even. Now this one is a 2.5 inch circle punch, and this is for the bottom part of the snowman, and I'm putting that on the inside and lining that up in the right place according to the body. Now I already put the mini glue dots on this, so this is a label backing that I've used, because you know, we make personalized stamps and we've got to give the dog his props. And since I had the mini glue dots on there, I could use that label backing and it wouldn't stick to it. So I want to lay this down and make sure that I have the personalized stamp going the right way, and then lay it down. And once again, you want to make those circles match, because you want them to know this is a handcrafted card. This, you know, you don't want them to get it confused with that H place. So anyway, you're going to think that this is a little pinhead, but it's really not. It's a 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and I like to start with the mouth on this snowman. For some reason, he lines up better when I start with the mouth, and so we're going to give him a carrot nose, and that's with pumpkin pie. Now remember, don't stick your stamps really hard into these new stamp pads, because they're very juicy. And then back to the black stays on, which is the best thing to use on Whisper White cardstock when it comes to black. Now always put the top on that jet black stays on, because if it's fast drying on your cardstock, it's going to be fast drying on your ink pad as well. Now I've already got one of these that I sponged before we started, and it's funny, you know, I got him the same face twice. Boy, I'm lucky. Now this is the scarf from the Stylin' Snowfolk stamp set as well. I wish I would have made it in cherry cobbler, but that's fine. Now I put that together with snail, but here I'm going to secure it and put a second piece of adhesive here, and that is with the Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to put that all the way around, and then I'm going to add his hat on too the same way. I'm going to have a little bit of snail adhesive on there to secure the hat initially, and then I want to secure it down really good with the Stampin' Dimensional, and then you get double coverage. Now in hindsight, I probably should have finished the back on the inside for the hat and the scarf, but you do that on yours, okay? Because you don't want to watch me back up this whole thing. Now you can put that hat just like I've got it there, or else you can slide it down and just have the one button showing, but I'm trying to make this pretty true to the original card. Now here's that Got Treats Got Mary from the Got Treats set, and it's punched out with the word window punched and cut off a little bit. And those little mittens are from the Style and Snow Folk stamp set. You know you're going to have it if you like Snowman. I mean, he's just so cute, and you can make them with glasses, scarves, you name it. There's lots of ways you can make it. And so we got these little mittens here, and the hardest part is to figure out where to put it on the front of the card. Now, what's that, Stamper? Stamper, what'd you say? Oh, don't put the mitten down without putting the back of the sign. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that Stamper, he's such a tough director. So, he always knows best. And so I better back up that sign, because it really looks better if you can't see the adhesive on the inside. This is a nice card, and you will want to give it to your best friends so that they will keep it for a long time. So there you go. And this is good, but there's one more thing we could add to this. Just one more thing. It's those googly eyes. Those googlies are just in the holiday mini this year, and I think they're great. And maybe I should call it the holiday not so mini. So hey, this is Ann Klemmer. You want to stop by stamperdog.com, try out our monthly newsletter. We're coming up on 12 weeks of Christmas soon, and try our VIP program we call the Master Stamper. Or just stop by and stamp with us and have a good laugh, because this is Ann Klemmer and Stamper from stamperdog.com, just trying to put a little ink, paper, and fun into your day.